You won't believe the Hollywood actress Vishal Bhardwaj had roped in for his Saif Shayad starrer Rangoon. Priyanka refuses to get intimate in Gangaajal 2. Salman goes all out at the Bajrangi Bhaijaan trailer launch. Hey guys, I'm Caitlin and you have kicked off your week with us on 9XE.com The Show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. 9XE.
So you won't believe what I have just heard. It's extremely exciting, had it come through. I'll get to that second part in a bit, but for the first you won't believe it part, it seems that Academy Award winner Anne Hathaway was all set to work with Vishal Bhardwaj in his movie. So you know how Vishal is getting Saif Ali Khan, Shahid Kapoor and Kangana Ranaut together for Rangoon, right? But did you know that the original choice for Kangana's role was Hollywood actress Anne Hathaway? Can you guys believe it? And things were pretty close to being formalized, it seems. Vishal had even flown down to Los Angeles for a meeting with Anne that was arranged by his friend and director Meera Nair. A source told 9XE.com. Anne was thrilled by the narrative. It's a human story set in the World War II, and her role was that of a foreigner who gets embroiled in the drama. When Vishal told producer Sajid Nadiadwala that Anne had shown interest, the latter was over the moon. Here's a fun fact. Hrithik Roshan was supposed to play Saif's role and Vishal was thrilled with his casting. The source said, the whole idea was to mount the film on an international scale with Hrithik, Shahid Kapoor and Anne Hathaway. However, soon Vishal's world was shattered. Anne opted out. But why would she do that? Well, we hear the commercial clauses couldn't be worked out. Vishal consulted producer Sajid Nadiadwala and they decided that having Anne on board might just not work out economically. Oh no, poor Vishal. Such high hopes so easily destroyed. A while after this sad incident, Vishal was traveling to Paris and guess who was also in the City of Lights? Why, none other than a little Miss Kangana Ranaut. According to the source, Kangana wined and dined Vishal. She treated him to the most expensive wine on the menu. The two also spoke about working together and bam, just like that, Kangana was part of Rangoon. We wonder if Deepika should also have adopted this strategy because, as we told you, she was also in the running. But we wonder why Vishal chose Anne. What's the role all about? Apparently, the role is that of a foreign dancer, so Anne would have been the perfect bet. Kangana, though, is working hard to learn various Western dance forms. Bet she'll need a dictation coach as well to get the accent right. And we've got more on Kangana's tryst with dictation classes in just a bit. But now let's talk about another reigning queen of Bollywood, Priyanka Chopra. Priyanka has never shied away from making bold film choices. She's taken on the role of a boxer, an autistic girl, and a woman who murders her husbands and aced all of them. So this particular piece of news comes as quite a shock. It seems that in the film Gangaajal 2, where she plays a tough cop, Priyanka had an intimate scene which she refused. And who was the scene with? With Prakash Jha, who is directing the film and also starring in it. Buzz is that Priyanka put her foot down and refused to do the scene. Poor Jha had to relent, and what's the outcome? The long intimate scene has been shortened to a tender moment. Why did Priyanka refuse though? It's not like she hasn't done intimate scenes earlier. Remember her sizzling chemistry with then-rumoured boyfriend Shahid Kapoor in Kameene, or her sweet kisses with Ranbir Kapoor in Anjana Anjani, or her passion-filled attempts at seducing Akshay Kumar in Aitraz? But do you guys also remember the rumours that were doing the rounds that Priyanka had refused to do an intimate scene with Anu Kapoor in Saath Khoon Maaf? Will Priyanka only kiss the cool kids from the industry, or is she being pricey? What do you guys think? Talk to us on facebook.com/9xe or tweet us at 9xe the show with hashtag Priyanka Tantrums. Well, it's her choice at the end of the day. Stick to your guns, girl. Now on to our next story. Salman Khan was at his witty best at the Bajrangi Bhaijaan trailer launch, and the fans were treated to the unique Salman brand of humour. The Bajrangi Bhaijaan trailer has sent fans in a tizzy, and it seems that the Bang star is all set to go all out at the promos. If you recall, Salman had earlier decided not to promote his upcoming movies, including his home production Hero, which is the launchpad for Suraj Pancholi and Athiya Shetty. But now it seems there is a change in the game plan because Salman came all guns blazing at the Bajrangi Bhaijaan trailer premiere and fielded most of the questions, most. The Wanted and Dabangg superstar spoke about why he decided to make Bajrangi Bhaijaan as the first movie under his banner Salman Khan Films. Of course, he said it in his inimitable style.
So for you guys, I mean, कोई और बना लेता बकवास बनती पिक्चर, लेकिन we thought कि एक एहसान कर देते.
The Kick protagonist spoke about how he experienced all emotions while shooting for the movie and proceeded to take a dig at Karina's hubby dear Saif Ali Khan.
But in this film, I didn't even have to do that. I used to turn around in a shot and there were tears flowing down my cheeks. And action में गुस्सा आता था, comedy में हंसी आती थी, romance में बस romance का ही problem था. Romance में अली आते थे, सैफ अली आते थे.
But that was not the only thing Salman had to say about his co-stars. He went on to praise them in a manner that only Salman could.
वो स्क्रिप्ट अच्छी लगी, डायरेक्टर बहुत अच्छा है, हीरोइन बहुत ही अच्छी है, तो नवाज भी ठीक ठाक ही है.
Salman also took time out to speak about his camaraderie with Katrina, who is part of his projects Bodyguard and Dabangg too. But it wasn't all smooth sailing for the star. Though he was all gung-ho about facing the media, he did find the going difficult when asked particular questions, for which he had this to say.
सलमान को किस चीज से सबसे ज्यादा डर लगता है?
इस सवाल के बाद मेरा मन चाह रहा है कि मैं
Salman, my question.
My question is
Okay, one second, guys. Hello.
Things were going towards the worst, and the superstar was forced to ignore a pertinent question.
सलमान को सबसे ज्यादा डर किससे लगता है? क्या
ये कब से अटकी हुई इसी सवाल पर? कब से इग्नोर कहाँ हैं आप? कब से इग्नोर किए जा रहे हैं आपको और आप लोग पूछे जा रही हैं.
Of course, at hand to shield Bhai from uncomfortable questions was Mini Mathur, director Kabir Khan's wife, and she did her bit at least thrice during the interview.
Yeah, okay, one second. I think that side has got an ample opportunity. Hold on, guys. You can scream out your questions. There are other people already in line. Yes, the girl here.
We would love
Bajrangi Bhaijaan questions.
We would love to do a film together.
Well, this is good news for Salman fans though. With Salman back in the public eye, we are now sure he will make a grandstand appearance at all his promotions and brave it out. From the eternal bachelor Salman, it's on to our soon-to-be married man, Shahid Kapoor. The most anticipated Bollywood wedding of the year is just around the corner, but seems Shahid Kapoor and Meera Rajput's families are yet to lock in on the venue of the wedding. So after weeks of speculation about Shahid Kapoor and Meera Rajput's wedding venue, 9XE.com breaks the news that the two will get married in Bias, a town in North India. That's right, it's not Greece or Gurgaon as the grapevine has been buzzing about, but it is indeed Bias. Shahid and Meera will be pronounced man and wife at the Radha Swami Satsang Bias Center. The location has been chosen because it means so much to the couple. They are both followers of the organization and in fact met through the organization. Needless to say, their families are thrilled with the choice of venue. 9XE.com, the show, wishes Shahid and Meera a very happy married life. Well, the invites are still being designed and the guest list is being worked on, and we will keep you posted when we find out more inside news on the Bollywood wedding of the year. And when we come back after the break, we've got Vidya Balan in an extremely candid mood, so don't move a muscle. Coming up, Vidya Balan opens up exclusively about losing friends in the industry. Has Katrina lost out to Alia? Welcome back to 9XE.com, the show where we sat down for a heartfelt chat with Vidya Balan about her 10 years in the industry. She confessed to us her fears about being a married actress in Bollywood, how she lost out on friends because she learned to say no, and much more.
Parinita worked beautifully, and then my next few films also worked. But I think there were a couple of films after that, and specifically Hey Baby and Kismat Connection, which didn't work for me. They worked as films, but they didn't work for me. So at that time, people started saying, you know, she's trying too hard to fit in, what is she doing, all of that. But I'm so glad those films happened, because I found my feet again. I reclaimed myself at that time, because I think at that time it was a period of confusion, and I was trying to do things that I thought a Hindi film heroine should do, even though it didn't come naturally to me. But finally, I realized that I should just do what I feel strongly about, things that I feel instinctively about. And that phase taught me to follow my instinct. So I think I don't regret anything at all. Absolutely, there were days when I would feel so low, I didn't want to get out of bed, and I remember my mum having this chat with me and saying, what are you getting so bogged down by? If they're criticizing your weight and you feel it's a problem, you can lose the weight. You can work towards it. If it's about clothes, you can get a good designer or a stylist. What is the problem? They're not saying that you're not a good actor. And that is what you're here to do. So therefore, family and I think my faith. I'm someone who's always prayed a lot. So I would go to the Sai Baba Mandir close to my house in Chembur every day. There'd be days when I'd sit there and cry. There'd be days when I didn't want to get out and go to that temple, which was like 2 minutes away from my house, because I was so angry with God. I signed Ishqiya, and I had had a lot of conversations with myself, with my family, with God. And when I started shooting for Ishqiya, it reinstated my faith in myself as an actor. I mean, there were people who would tell me, we believe you're doing the dirty picture, this Silk Smitha film, don't do it. You're not that kind of actress. Why have they cast you? Why have they asked you? And all these things. But I read the script and I bought into Milan's vision, and it was being produced by Ekta Kapoor, and I said, this is a film I really want to do. Initially, when people would come to me with a script, especially a reputed director or writer, and I wanted to say no, I would just fight shy. I would make all sorts of excuses. I wouldn't tell the truth. But I realized with time, and again during that phase, that it was best to be honest. I couldn't do Shujoy's film because I had health issues. I haven't met him since. I haven't spoken to him since. I hope someday it's okay. I had never imagined getting married, but I met Siddharth and that changed. Suddenly I felt like, it seemed like the most natural thing for us to do. We were both ready to get married. I don't think I thought about, is it going to affect my career or any of the sort. Initially, when Ghanchakar didn't work, I was coming off, I think 7 or 8 consecutive successes. And suddenly Ghanchakar didn't work and I was confused. I was like, how can this even happen? I was in denial for the longest time. And I had just gotten married. So I was like, at that time, I remember someone saying that, they say films of married actresses don't work. And maybe very, very, very fleetingly, I did consider that. But I think it passed as easily. There was a lot of confusion. I was like, what wrong did we do as a film? Should I have done this film any differently? Should I have not done the film? These questions an actor goes through after when a film doesn't work. But over time, I think when I got over the initial shock, I just said the film didn't connect with people for whatever reason. I can't fault myself or the film. I think we all made it with the best intentions. So then I was fine. And then Shaadi Ke side effects happened, and I think by then I was a little better at dealing with it. And then by the time of Bobby Jasus, I was quite used to it. Importantly, I've always had the faith that the film will connect with people. And I felt that the first day numbers were very good for a film like this because it is not your regular film. I don't think we're used to seeing films like this anymore. Yeah, you know, a section of the critics may have felt the film was not what they wanted it to be, but the film is what we all wanted it to be. People are responding beautifully. The kind of messages that I'm getting are very heartfelt. I was at the RD National College signal yesterday in my car when a bunch of, transvestites, beggars, boys selling books, all of them got together and they said, Didi, kaanch niche karo, when they saw me. Suddenly all of them had gathered and they said, Abhi picture dekh ke aaye. And they recited that dialogue for me, Maang meri sindoor tumhare naam ka. And I said, you know, I actually came and told Mohit and Bhatt Sahab, I said, this is a real reaction which is so overwhelming. Yeah, but I want to work until I'm alive. I'd love to keep working as an actor until I'm alive.
Now moving on from that story, so some episodes ago, 9xe.com The Show told you that Katrina Kaif was finally doing a women-oriented film, where she no longer had to play the simpering damsel in distress. Yay for Katrina. This film was to be helmed by English-Finglish director Gauri Shinde. But looks like Katrina has chosen not to be a part of the film and instead Alia Bhatt is being approached. But what went wrong? Last week, some sad news came in. Gauri suffered a terrible slip disc. This means that the movie cannot go on floors until December, by which time Gauri would have recovered. When Katrina found out about this, she no longer wanted to be a part of the project. But why? Is Katrina scared of a little delay, or is she being extra choosy about her films? After all, we bet a Gauri Shinde female-centric film is completely worth the wait. But Gauri is not waiting for Katrina to change her mind. Instead, she is wasting no time in finding a more willing actress. Buzz is that Gauri has approached Alia for the D-glam role. We've seen Alia kick butt in a women-oriented film like Highway, and we're sure if things work out, Alia will shine. If this film turns out to be the next Mary Com or Queen, we bet Katrina is going to regret it big time. And we've got more dope on Alia, so stick around after the break. Coming up, Alia gets a dashing new partner to do a duet with. Sunny Leone's movie gets a big no from the censor board. This is 9xe.com The Show, where we promised you a hot piece of news about Alia Bhatt, and here it is. If you've ever switched on your TV or gone online, you've heard Alia sing. Her slightly husky voice is soothing yet sexy, and looks like fans of her singing might just get to hear her croon again. Buzz is that Alia will step into the studio to record a song for her next Kapoor & Sons. You've heard her belt it out in Highway with the song Suha Saha, and in Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhania with the beautiful Samjhawa. And you might just hear her once again. Alia has company from a co-star who will be singing a duet with her. Sadly, it's not Kapoor & Sons co-star and boyfriend Siddharth Malhotra, but her other co-star Fawad Khan. If you've been following Fawad closely, and who has not, you'll know that he was a part of a Pakistani new metal band called Entity Paradigm. And when acting came calling, he quit the band. Now he might just get a gig singing in Bollywood. Is there anything this gorgeous guy can't do? We can bet our bottom dollar that this song by Alia and Fawad will be a chart buster. Are you guys excited for this talented duo song? Share your excitement with us on facebook.com/9xe or tweet us at 9xe The Show. Now moving on to our next piece. So a few episodes ago, 9xe.com The Show told you that Kangana Ranaut and Aamir Khan are becoming the new BFFs in town. Kangana even organized a special screening of Tanuwed's Manu Returns just for Aamir. We told you a few episodes ago that the two stars meet regularly and have long and elaborate discussions about everything under the sun. And now, taking their friendship ahead, Mr. Perfectionist Aamir has hired Kangana's Tanuwed's Manu Returns diction trainer Sunita Sharma to train him and his on-screen daughters for Dangal, so they get their Haryanavi accents just right. After working hard on a new look in Ghajini, Talash and PK, he is bulking up to play Mahavir Phogat, the wrestler. He wants to get not only the look but the feel right too. Aamir is indeed going all the way to have everything perfect in the movie, including the diction. Sunita rehearses with Aamir and the cast at his Car Mumbai office. A source told us the actor wants to get the accent bang on and is leaving no stone unturned to get it right. Sunita is with him for most part of the day and is going a mile further in the rehearsals than she did in Tanu Weds Manu Returns. When 9XE.com got in touch with Sunita, she confirmed the news, saying, "I am training Aamir." Sadly, she chose not to elaborate further. We were mighty impressed by Kangana's Haryanavi diction in Tanu Weds Manu Returns, and it seems we weren't the only ones. Well, Bollywood is an industry built on interpersonal relationships and contacts, and this time we really hope this friendship translates on screen soon and we get a movie starring these talented actors. And who better than Salman Khan to know about interpersonal relationships? He's helped out many friends within the industry and of course his family too. Salman's Bajrangi Bhaijaan trailer has everyone in a tizzy, and this news is certainly more good news for Bhai fans. Salman and sister Alvira have earlier given us the hit Bodyguard in 2011, and it seems the two will be working together again. A lot is written and spoken about how Salman lives up to the term Bhai, and this news is just more proof of him being a true Bhai in all respects. Did you think that Salman and Alvira will recreate their Bodyguard magic? Well, they are working together, but it is not a sequel to Bodyguard. 9XE.com The Show has it that the untitled movie will be directed by Alvira's husband, Atul Agnihotri, and the Dabangg star has given the go-ahead to the project. The source said, Alvira's film is not likely to be the sequel to Bodyguard. Salman has heard 2 or 3 concepts and asked the writers to work on them. Once they've been fleshed out appropriately, a call will be taken on which story to go ahead with. Apparently, Salman will only give dates for Alvira's movie after he has wrapped up Yash Raj Films' Sultan, which makes a tentative date for this particular outing somewhere in 2016. This means we'll get to watch 2 movies back-to-back with siblings. Still waiting in the ranks is Dabangg 3 with Arbaz Khan. Well, we are super excited about another Salman film, but for those who are looking forward to seeing Sunny Leone in the theatres, tough luck. Adult star turned Bollywood actress Sunny Leone has been in the news for all the wrong reasons, and this piece of news is adding to that list. After being rejected by different committees of the censor board, Pritish Nandi's upcoming film Mastizaade A has been rejected by the tribunal as well because it seems they found it too vulgar. Mastizaade A was rejected by censor board's examining committee as well as a revising committee. The nail that sealed the fate for Sunny's Mastizaade A was the disapproval it faced by the final tier, the Film Certification Appellate Tribunal. Pritish was at all of the censor screenings, and the buzz is that he tried to have the movie passed with his political connections, but to no avail. Coming to the tribunal committee, well, they had some very harsh words for Pritish. They went on to tell him something to this effect: Mr. Nandi, you can't show whatever you want under the garb of freedom of expression. This is only the second time that a film has been rejected by the tribunal. The other movie to suffer such a fate was Rajkumar Kohli's Jani Dushman in 1978. When we tried to contact producer Rangita Nandi and director Milap Zaveri, the two did not respond to our text messages. A source close to Pritish told us, now Nandi will have to take legal recourse if he wants to save the film. Bad news seems to be following Sunny. As we told you earlier, she had a fallout with Selena Jaitley, had FIRs lodged against her, and now this. We hope that Sunny gets her groove back, and soon. After that break, we're going to tell you how one star is owning Twitter while the other is failing miserably. Coming up, Rishi said what about these heroines on Twitter? Abhishek puts a Twitter troll in his place. And we meet again on 9XE.com The Show. Twitter experiences are turning out to be pretty bad for many Bollywood stars, and seems Rishi Kapoor just got a first-hand experience of angry fans. Rishi and his Twitter account have been in the news for quite a while now, but what he did recently takes the cake. Apparently, Rishi posted a meme about Alia Bhatt and Sonakshi Sinha, which is unfunny at best and derogatory at worst. The meme read, Alia reads police caught 80 kg heroin. Shit yaar, Sonakshi ko kyun pakda? Ouch, that is such poor taste, Rishi G. The veteran actor has to be the last person who is still making jokes about Alia's supposed lack of intelligence, and what's even worse is that she is his Kapoor and Sons co-star. And taking such a shot at Sonakshi was totally uncalled for. Has she not been through enough, what with being at the wrong end of several body-shaming jokes? But we guess even she did not think the senior actor would have such a crude sense of humor. Twitterati did not take kindly to Rishi's meme. However, Rishi did not see the problem. He tweeted, "Why do you guys take all things so seriously? Arey, both Alia and Sonakshi are like my own kids. I just found it funny. Get a sense of humor, yaar." This is not the first time that Rishi has been in the news for his Twitter account. Whether it's a tiff with his fans or with other industry members, Rishi's Twitter account is a battleground for it all. Earlier, Rishi had taken to Twitter to claim that he is tired of people trying to know about his son Ranbir through him. He had even commented on Kangana Ranaut's eating habits at one point. Rishi, or rather his Twitter account, was in the news once again when he made some comments about the Salman Khan hit and run case that did not go down too well. Apparently, the conversations got one too many for the original Karz hero, and he decided to leave Twitter for good, but stopped only after Sajid Khan intervened. And while Rishi might be posting some uncool things on Twitter, Abhishek Bachchan is totally owning his time on the social media site. Abhishek had gone the family way a long time ago, and he has been seen beaming with his wife Aishwarya and daughter Aradhya quite a few times. As Aishwarya is gearing up for Jazba, Abhishek is shooting for Welcome Back. While Aradhya has become the apple of the eye of the fans as well as the media, one particular post caused Abhishek's anger like never before. A few days ago, a Twitter fan put up a meme which was quite derogatory to his wife and daughter. The meme imagined that when Aradhya grows up, she would ask her mother what the majburi was for her dad to act in movies like Drona and others. Now, granted that these movies did not make money at the box office, but the reference to Aradhya was uncalled for. And it's not just us who think it was uncalled for. Abhishek took him on like a boss. This conversation went on for quite a bit, but Abhishek shut him down with a stern yet polite reply. Of course, the professional that he is, Abhishek first thanked the Twitter user for the money he had spent on his movies. Finally, the user deleted the tweet that was at the crux of the matter. This conversation seems to be over for now, but the overreach of some fans via social networks is a matter of concern. And before I say bye, just a quick look at another piece of news on Amitabh Bachchan. Mr. Bachchan has been approached for the film Jugalbandi to be directed by Love Shavte Chicken Khurana director Sameer Sharma. But that's not the best part. This is. The film is being made under Salman Khan's banner. Wow, that brings Mr. Bachchan and Salman together after a long time. It seems that Big B has received a narration and has liked the film's subject. We already told you that Salman has roped in Saif Ali Khan to play a musician, and Priyanka Chopra has yet to take a call on the film. Well, if this cast does come together with Salman as producer, Jugalbandi should be worth a watch. Guys, keep watching 9XE.com the show, log on to our site 9XE.com and check out our YouTube channel. And hey, I hope you guys have downloaded the free 9XE app. It's mega awesome. You can also get in touch with us on facebook.com/9XE and at 9XE the show. See you on Wednesday. Till then, bye.